It may shock you to know that as a young man, I was a weirdo. And one of the many ways in which I was a weirdo was that one of my favorite television shows in the 90s was Weird Science, the TV show based on the movie that was a first-run original show on the USA Network before that was even really a thing. It starred Vanessa Angel as Lisa, the cyberspace genie created by a couple of teenagers, and it followed their antics. I loved that show. And for whatever reason, I loved that show much more than I ever loved the movie Weird Science, the great John Hughes's feature film of that same story that the TV show was based off of. Recently, I decided it's about time I revisited Weird Science and gave it a chance, if only because you cannot swing a dead cat on the internet without seeing a meme of the evil brother character Chet having been turned into some sort of a mutant frog thing. Here's the thing about the movie of Weird Science. I don't like it that much. It's okay, but it is no John Hughes Great. It is no Breakfast Club. It's a movie that I think is pretty overrated. I think it's really choppy. I think the narrative lacks flow, and never really has any sort of the story structure of it is bad. It's a weird movie. It is very male-centric, as you might expect about a movie about two teenage boys who create a hot genie character that will do whatever they want her to do. That said, it's outside of Lisa the genie, it lacks strong female representation and becomes a very objectifying movie in a lot of ways. Ironically, though, Kelly LeBrock, who plays Lisa here, is great. She is great as this enigmatic, this is going to be weird to say, but almost Mary Poppinsian, a sort of 80s, oh man, I really don't like saying this, but a sort of sexier 80s version of a Mary Poppins, if that makes sense. And she's great here. She always seems to be in on what's going on and seems to be able, in her performance, to rise above the often prurient material that she's been given. Still, the movie, man, it would benefit strongly from any kind of a plot or story structure. And it would benefit strongly from the boys learning a better lesson about, well, let's call it toxic masculinity. That said, it's still watchable. It just isn't as good as I think people would lead you to believe. Weird Science, 3 stars. And don't forget to visit our website, northmetrotv.com/everymovieever. There, you can watch reviews of every movie we've ever covered here on the show, as well as complete episodes. That's northmetrotv.com/everymovieever.